What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Amateur Pool. We're following along our chip tournament still. This is our third episode of the same chip tournament. At the table today, we have Chris, that's the gentleman who just broke, versus the kid from our last video. Now, someone commented and said the kid's name was Hunter, and he's 17 years old. So kudos to you, Hunter, man. You're playing pretty okay for 17 years old, my man. I think he'll be a monster in the near future, guys. Keep an eye out for Hunter here. Hunter's the one at the table shooting right now. He just made the one. He's got a shot at the two, but the three ball looks kind of tricky here. He can maybe shoot the two with follow and try to get behind the three. I don't think he can shoot the 3-9 combo. Oh, he played the 2-4 combo. That works out, but he still has the problem with the three ball. But from here, he can use a little top and get behind it. And then he can shoot it up table. What we're seeing is the bottom left corner over there, I believe. Okay, he came up top. Now the combo actually goes since he made the 4 early. And if he makes this, first match over. Remember, chip tournament is race to 1. And you start with a certain amount of chips. Every game you lose a chip. And the last person standing who has chips is the winner of the tournament. So it's not a traditional tournament. Hunter just missed that combo. I missed it because I was looking at you guys, you know, like I can actually see you through the phone or TV, however you're watching, you know. Comment, let me know how you watch. Do you watch on your phone? Do you watch on your TV? Which way do you watch? I'm curious. I usually watch YouTube on my TV just because I like it. You know, it's my main source of TV. It's mostly what I watch. I watch a lot of different stuff on there. Chris just made a nice cut on that 3. He's got a good looking cut on the 5. And I don't know if he can hold for the 6 or if he'll go back and forth. He's holding, or he's trying to hold. He went back and forth. Now instead of the side, he's got the corner, which is perfectly okay. He can make this with a little draw, and he's got the angle to just come over towards the center of the table, and he'll shoot the 7 in the bottom left corner as we're looking at the table. Nice shot. Chris's stroke's looking pretty good here. I've known Chris a little while. I've seen him play a bunch. I've played him a bunch. And his stroke's looking pretty okay right now. Now, I would just use this center ball here and shoot this, shoot the 8 in the other side pocket. Easy peasy. Now he's just got to make sure he gets on the 9. If he's uncomfortable moving the cue ball around here, he can actually just hit it with a little bit of draw and take a little bit of a longer shot on the 9. If he's comfortable moving the ball, I would use top left, top inside, come off the right side rail and back over for a little better shot at the 9. Oof. That looked like a stun from the angle of the cue ball. It looked like he hit center, and he hit it hard enough to where the ball just stunned over. Now he's in trouble here. This 9 ball is not easy from here, guys. Not easy from here. He should have just stopped it or drew it a little bit and took a little bit of a cut on the 9. It wouldn't have been too difficult of a shot. I think he would have made it, but he would have had a way better chance than he does now. This is a tough shot. He tried to back cut it into the corner and missed. All right, he left Hunter a little distance here, but it's not an extremely difficult shot. Just depends on how Hunter feels, you know. Sometimes you get down on the shot and it feels tough, and sometimes you get down on the shot and it feels easy. I think it's just a matter of how your stroke feels at the time. So we may see him make it. We may see him miss it. To be honest, I don't know, but now I do because he missed it. Now I know, and knowing is half the battle, you know, G.I. Joe. I'm not going to ask you to tell me what it is. I already know. You know, G.I. Joe, real American hero, you know. If you don't know, now you know. All right, Chris is back up with a pretty okay shot on the 9. This is basically the shot he would have had last shot on the 9 if he just stopped his ball on that 8. He made this one, used a little draw to keep himself away from the scratch over to the side rail, and he won the first rack. So he racked these balls, and he's waiting on his opponent. And here's his opponent. I know this guy too, guys. His name's Steve. Played him a few times. I don't know his skill level. I guess APA, he'd probably be like a skill level 4 or 5, probably. Somewhere in there. He made a good break, made the 6 and the 2. And he's got to look at the 1. He doesn't have a great shot at the 1. It's a tough cut to a blind corner. By blind corner, when we hear people say blind corner, all that means is when you're down on the shot, you can't see the pocket that you're shooting at. That's a blind pocket. So when he gets down to shoot this 1 ball, He may be able to see the pocket a little bit, but it's going to be way off in his peripheral, and it makes it a little bit tougher to aim when you're down on the shot. That's what people mean by blind pocket. But he has a shot at least. He could play a safety. He has a look at the one ball. He might want to just nick the left edge of it and send the cue ball into the 5 and hook him behind the 9. It's a little bit touchy shot, but I think he can do it if he just rolls it nice and easy. He went for the shot and made it. What a great shot, but he got hooked behind the 3. He's on the 3. He didn't get hooked behind the 3. He's on the 3. But here's another shot. He's got to back cut this one all the way up table into that bottom left corner pocket. The shot can be tricky when you're real close to the ball like that. Yeah. He didn't cut it quite enough. He got a little lucky on the leave, though. It's a little thin for the combo to cut the 3 into the 5, so you may see Chris bank here. Personally, I would try to play a safety here and just hit the 3 on the right side, withdraw, and draw the cue ball into the 5. I keep wanting to get the cue ball behind the 9. Yeah, that's what he played. He hit the 9, though, and it pushed the 9 out of the way. If he didn't hit the 9 there, I think he would have got him, because he would have hit the 5, and the cue ball would have kind of drifted behind the 9 a little bit. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I like watching I like commentating when other people are shooting. It's a little bit different because I have no vested interest in the match. You know what I mean? When I'm playing and I'm commentating my own match, I always have a vested interest. So when I miss or something, it's like, oh, here I can just watch and talk about it. It's kind of fun. All right, I think he tried to play it off the rail, off the 8, it looked like, and that was a very tough shot. I think the 3 will go past the 8 here, and if that's the case, if I were Chris, I would just slow roll this. The cue ball makes the 3 and then bumps the 8 a little bit, and he's on the 4 for what we're seeing is the top right corner pocket. I wouldn't try to shape it any other way. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I was talking about. Now, he can make this 4 and just stop it there for the 5 if he wants. He's kind of got a weird angle, so I wouldn't roll forward because that's going to make the shot on the 5 tougher. He could draw, yeah. He could actually draw back off this bottom rail if he wants, or just stop it. That's the safest way. Good shot, Chris. Nice. Well done, sir. Well done, you know? Well done, man. Hope everyone's having a great weekend or had a great weekend, depending on when I post this. I'm doing this video on Saturday. I don't know if it's going to be up today or tomorrow. I'm going to try to get it up today. You know, if that's the case, enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you don't see it until Sunday, I hope you had a great weekend, you know, because Sunday feels like the weekend's over. You know, you got to go back to your grind on Monday, and it's a pain in the butt, you know, pain in the booty, you know. I wore a hoodie today, guys, you know, had my air conditioning running. It's a little chilly, and I'm in the basement when I do these, so man, I threw on the hoodie. No, it's not cold outside right now. It's actually warm outside. It's just a little comfortable in the house with a hoodie. Oh, he tried that side pocket. It looked like he hit the point or the blankie. You know, I can't say it's a family channel. You know, we'll just call it a nipple maybe. I think that's legit. I can say that, right? Call it a nipple, you know, like a baby bottle, something like that. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Family channel. I do my best, you know, because in my everyday life, you know, I'm not family friendly usually. But on here, I try to be family friendly. Sometimes it's tough, you know. All right, good talk. Back to the match. Back to the match. All right, I think Steve was trying the carom on the 8 there. He tried grazing the right side of the 7 and making the 8, but he missed it. Good news, he didn't leave Chris an easy shot. Bad news, Chris has a bank. You know, a lot of times, especially this bank, it looks pretty straightforward, this bank does. I know it's a little more angle than he would like. It's not like perfectly straight, but I think if he just puts a little right spin and hits it straight, it'll stiffen up enough. Ooh, no, I don't know if he double kissed that or if he put outside English maybe, and it made the angle go longer instead of shorter. But he needed inside English. He needed right spin on that shot, and that would have stiffened up the angle on the 7. Ever wish you could play like Efren Reyes? If you buy our new line of short rail merchandise, I can guarantee you'll play as good as Efren Reyes. I'm sorry, I was just informed I can't say that. I can guarantee you will not play as good as Efren Reyes. You'll still suck, but you'll look good doing it. Get you some. Not a sponsor, guys. You know, you guys already know. I'm going to stop saying it. Just kidding. I'll probably still say it. Left him a tough shot on the 7, though. Long table back cut, which he missed. And so from here, I think you don't worry about the 8 too much, right? You just focus everything on making the 7 because it's not the easiest shot in the world. And if you make the 7, I think you can make the 8 from pretty much anywhere on the table. Unless you're scratching, of course. Yeah, good job. Good job focusing on the 7. He didn't worry about the shape on the 8. He didn't try to hit it too hard to come back up. Now, he's got to get back down for the 9 here. On where the 8 sits, it's close enough to the pocket. He can just cheat it. Like, I would hit the right side edge of this 8, just enough to make it with right spin. Yeah, just like that, but he hit it a little more full than what I was thinking. If he would have hit it a little more on the edge of the ball, the cue ball would have had more speed and it would have came back down table. He just called the bank. We had to call the 9 in this tournament. You know, there was no free 9s. You had to call the 9. Everything else slop counts like regular 9 ball, but in this tournament we had to call the 9. He undercut it. Undercut it. Where's he going to leave him, though? Is he going to set up in the side pocket? Ooh, it went a little bit far. So this shot can be tricky with the scratch in the bottom right corner pocket looming. You got to kind of overcut the 9 a little bit, I think, because he's on the rail, so he can't really use draw. So you got to kind of overcut the 9 to the left side of the pocket and use top and hit it nice and easy, and I think you can beat the scratch. I think the cue ball will hit the long rail in that case. Yeah, see how he scratched? Yep. Yeah, did you see how the 9 ball, rewind the tape, look back, you see how the 9 ball went right into the center of the pocket? If he would have cut it a little more and the 9 ball went into the left edge of the pocket, his tangent line would have went more towards the rail and less towards the pocket. And he would have avoided that scratch, I think. He probably would have avoided the scratch. But what do I know, guys? You know, he might have still scratched. Oh, this is Joe. I think that was his name, Joe, if I remember right. So Joe's from Michigan, but he's a little over an hour, hour and a half away from Flint, where we were playing this tournament. It was his first time up here. First time I ever met him, but he came up, he said, "Hey, man, I like your YouTube channel." I said, "I appreciate that, bro." You know, so he's a viewer, he's a subscriber, and we're going to root for him, you know. We're going to root for Joe. He's a good guy, too, man. I talked to him a bit. It was fun to meet you, Joe. If you watch this, which you probably will, it was fun to meet you, man. I hope you come back out for another one of these tournaments. It was a good time. And you shot well, my man. He shot well. I think he said his Fargo was only like a 460 or something, but watching him shoot, it looked like it was a little higher. He did well. All right, he's on this 2 ball, and I think he can combo the 2. And oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that combo, Joe. Just shoot the 2 into the 7, nice and easy. He's calling the 9, guys. Jojo, what are you doing, Jojo? You know, that's such a difficult shot, man. Just shoot the 2 into the 7, nice and easy. You'll end up with a shot on the 2 afterwards, as long as you don't hit it hard. That's such a hard shot. I mean, unless he makes it. If he makes it, well done. You know, good play. But it's such a difficult shot that he's trying to shoot here. So I would rather just try to cut the 2 straight in, pass in between the 9-4, or shoot the 2 into the 7, really is the shot I would take. He hit the 9, made the 7, and almost scratch. He did scratch. That was dramatic, guys. The ball kind of stood there for a second and said, "Nope, not doing it," and then boop, in the drink, you know. It's probably a little troll in the pocket or something pulled it in, or I don't know. I don't know, guys, you know. I just make it up as I go. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. I'm surprised you guys even watch, because I'm just rambling usually. Usually I'm just making stuff up, you know, family channel, I guess. Can't make up anything but stuff. That's it. That's it. All right, back to the match, guys. Enough messing around. Chris is shooting the 2. He's just going to, ooh, he ran into the 8. He might have blocked himself from making the 3. I think he can hit the 3, but I'm not sure he has enough of it to cut. He needed to stun that and not run into the 8. He kind of rolled it, so the cue ball went forward and hit the, cross bank. He tried to cross side bank. That was a good effort, man. Good try. Tough shot. Tough shot. I sound a little congested still, guys. I told you I wasn't feeling good. That's why I missed a few days of videos. I'm starting to feel better. I feel much better than I did, but I'm still a little stuffy. You know, forgive me if my voice sounds more weird than usual. You know, nice stop shot there to keep himself on the 4 ball. He just took the angle on the 4. The challenge he's going to run into here is the 5, because since Chris pushed that 8 together with the 5, I don't think the 5 goes clean in this corner pocket. So he's got to figure out what he wants to do with it. I think he was trying a safety there. I think maybe he was trying to stop the cue ball behind the 6 and send the 4 around table, in which case that would have been a great safety, because then he would have had the 4 ball up here with a chance to break out the 5 if he had ball in hand in the next shot. You guys get what I'm saying? If he would have stop shotted the 4 straight and left the cue ball right behind the 6 and sent the 4 3 rails like he did up table, and then Chris trying to kick at it, maybe gives him ball in hand and he could break out the 5. But it's not the way it worked. He let go of the cue ball and Chris has an actual shot. Chris may be able to bump the 5-8 here if he just shoots it with a little bit of top. Ooh, he bobbled. Bobble, bobble. I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling, Chris. You know, I do that stuff all the time. I bobble the pocket way too often, and I hate it. Hate it, bro. All right, so same here. Top left. Ooh, he just put a little too much left, and he missed the breakout. The good news, he can see the ball, and if he wants to be aggressive here, he could shoot the bank with just a little draw, just bank it down table like that. Oh, made it. What a good shot, JoJo. JoJo, what a good shot, my man. It must be the Star Wars shirt, guys. That's why he made that bank, you know. If he was wearing a short rail shirt, he'd have been out already. So he's wearing a Star Wars shirt. That's why it took him a few shots, you know. Speaking of short rail shirts, you already know. Go get you some. Shortrail.com. You know, link in the description. All that good stuff. All that good stuff. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm sure I'll throw a commercial in here somewhere. You guys will see that, and you'll be forced to buy it because the commercial's so good, you know, so good. All right, good talk, guys. Good talk. Back to the match. Back to the match. All right. And shoot this with straight top or just, yeah, he just clutched it up, made sure, make the shot. Took his medicine, so to speak, on the 9. He didn't do too much with the cue ball. He's just taking a little bit of a longer shot on the 9. And from the way he's been shooting, I would be willing to bet he makes it. But you never know. It's a long, straight shot, and sometimes those can be tricky. Sometimes the ball moves around on you when you try to shoot those, you know? Like Tom and Jerry episode or something. Yeah. See? I was rooting for you, Joe. I was rooting for you, JoJo. Dang, man. Dang, man. Joe was my dad's name. You know, before he passed, rest in peace, Pop. But we always called him JoJo. Well, I didn't. I called him Pop. Pops, Pop. Everyone else called him JoJo a lot, though. That's why I say JoJo anytime I meet somebody named Joe, I always call him JoJo. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I just explain why, you know. I just explain why. I don't know why I didn't say it. Back to the match, you know. Chris missed the cut on the 9 and said, I had enough of this. It's your game. Push the 9 in. So Joe gets to keep the table and a new incoming challenger arises. I don't know. Awaits. I don't know. I was mixing those two words together, guys. I don't know who this is. I can't see him yet. But he scratched on the break, or she, whatever the case. Oh, this is Logan. Logan's the guy who beat me off the table in the very first chip tournament match I put out a few days back. Logan, he shoots fast and loose, guys. Logan does. He doesn't play. He plays shapes, right? But he hits everything hard, like what you would see someone who play it on a bar table a lot do. You know, kind of like a bar player, but he's better than a bar player. He can actually play shapes and thinks about it a little bit. He just doesn't take his time, but he was a good shot when he played me, so we'll see how he does here. All right. Joe did make that. I was wondering if he could make that. You know, I think he had to cheat it off the rail a little bit and kind of skid it in there. He's got a decent shape on the 5, but the shot's not easy here. And the shape on the 6 can be a little tricky. He can play it center with a little bit of left and try to shape the 6 for the bottom left corner, or he could just play it with a little top and not worry so much about the shape. He went for the, oh, don't scratch. He did scratch. He could have played it on top, and I think he could have played the 6 in the side off of the 7. I'm not 100% certain, but from our camera angle, it kind of looked like he could do that too. So he gave Logan ball in hand, but that 7 ball is in a bit of a tricky position, especially looking at where the 8 ball's at. Oh, he missed. He missed. You didn't miss those shots when playing me, Logan. What's up, bro? You know, could have missed like that when you were playing me. You ran out on me. Jeez, Louise. Jesus, Louises. You know, jeez, Louise. All right, so let's see what JoJo can do here, man. I don't know if he can make this back cut or not. It looks like it's over 90 degrees. And what other options does he have here? It's not much of a bank, really. I think the 9 may be in the way for the bank. Maybe not, but he could try to bank it into the side pocket, which is crazy. That's ludicrous, you know. You don't take that shot unless you have to. What else does he do here, though? He could play a simple containment, not really a safety, and maybe just bank the 6 over to the right side long rail in the middle of the, about the center diamond on the right side, and just leave his opponent a bank. He's trying to bank it down table. So maybe it goes past the 9. I don't know. I think we're about to find out. Yeah, the 9 was in the way, I think. Pretty sure it was in the way. Oh, is he going to get lucky here, though? Oh, not really. I think Logan still has a shot. You see how fast he gets down? He doesn't take any time to look at it. He's in what I would consider like an instinct shooter. He just shoots natural feel. See how he jumped up a little bit? I do that all the time. I jump up when I'm stroking. Maybe not that dramatically. Dramatically? Is that for a real word? Is that for real? Did I really just say that? I don't know. Anyways, move on. I don't jump up as dramatic as he does, but I definitely do that a lot. Usually when I'm shooting bad, that's what I do. I jerk. You know, I don't fully jump up, but my head jerks and I move. And it's just like clenching up when I hit the cue ball. It's the same thing. You know, you tighten up a little bit, anticipate the impact on the cue ball. So you're going to get the shape, hit it a little bit too hard. Now, this is tough. This is some tough acting to acting. I hit this one almost straight center, off to the right a little bit with kind of a stop shot. Try to drift the cue ball behind. Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that is what I was talking about. Good example, JoJo. Nice shot. Nice shot. He's going to go 2 rails to make a hit here. Short rail, long rail. Oh, he hit the 9. Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that, Logan. You got to let it travel, bro. You got to let it travel because the cue ball comes back and hits it. That's just part of the game, man. You can't do that. Get him, JoJo. Oh, just kidding, guys. This isn't even my match, you know. I don't care. Joe didn't care, obviously. Oh, Joe. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so. He had him. Had the victory in his grasp. And then missed the shot. I know that feeling all too well, guys. All right, Logan's got the 1 shot to rule them all. Like Lord of the 9 balls. Oh, he missed. Oh, and he's disgusted with himself. He gave up the game, you know. Gave up the game, so Joe still retains the table. Good job, Joe. All right, now this lady, I know her just by face. I've seen her a whole bunch. She plays a lot of pool, but I don't know her name. I don't think I've ever played her. Maybe I have. I don't know. I played a lot of people, but I don't remember her name. If I have, and I apologize to you, miss. I apologize. I don't remember your name, you know. But I know her. Yeah, she loves the game. She shoots a lot. So we'll see how she does. I think she's like an APA skill level 3-ish, somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. So she made a good hit on the 1. She left it in front of the pocket, though. So Joe can make this with no English. Maybe a little top. Not much top because he doesn't want to hit the 4 or the 8 and just come down table for the 2 in the upper right corner. He hit it too hard. Oof. Lucky didn't scratch. It was close. Now the only thing he can do really if he wants to go aggressive and offensive, you see how I did there, aggressive and offensive? I don't know how I come up with that stuff, guys. I just do. I was looking at my camera battery there. 16%. We should have enough time. We should have enough battery left. If he wants to go offensive, he's got to play the 2 off of the 6 into that upper right corner pocket. You know, the carom shot. Or just make everything else, dude. What a great shot. I didn't even see that. You know, I didn't even see that shot. You got to teach me that one. That was a good shot right there. It's good. It was a good shot. All right, he's going to draw this one back, or he could follow off the top rail. Yeah, followed. I said that because I saw it look like he was hitting the top of the cue ball. So I changed, changed my mind, because I would have probably drew that a little bit, so I didn't have to move the cue ball as much. Because every time I try to move the cue ball too much around the table, something bad happens, I feel like. So just a little right spin on this one. Good speed, too. Good shot. He wants an angle on this 6, which he has. He has enough of an angle. Now he can follow with left and come over for the 8 in our bottom left corner pocket, just like that. What a good shot, Joe. Yeah, Joe was impressing me with his 4-something Fargo. I think he said 460-something Fargo. Shot pretty well, man. So either his Fargo is not correct or he was having a really great night, One of the two, because he shot well. He shot well. All right, center ball, and just kind of hit it firm and stun off the rail a couple inches. Yeah, I needed to hit it a little bit harder. A little bit harder, and he would have been gold in here. But he still has a good shot here. It's just a little bit tricky with the cue ball on the rail. Just a little bit tricky is all. This one can be missed very easily. I miss it all the time myself. Miss it all the time. JoJo. He might have got some love, though, because he left her a very thin cut if she chooses to take it on. I think she may have a bank available here, too, but the bank's easy to double kiss on this one, so you got to be a little careful with it. It's easy to double kiss on the bank. So I don't know. I think she goes for the cut. I'd go for the cut. Yeah, she did. She hit the rail first, though, and hit the 9 ball on the way off the rail. So through the 9 ball, missed the shot, I guess, basically. What I'm trying to say is she missed the shot, I guess. Keep it simple. We'll keep it simple and just say she missed it. It's easy enough. All right, JoJo has a thin cut here. Look how wide his stance is. That's a wide stance, Joe. JoJo, that stance is wide, but you did well there. You finished that 9 ball, and I think that was our last match of this video, guys. Let me just double check. Yes, sir and ma'am. Last match of the video. Thank you, everybody in the video, for letting me record. I hope you guys enjoy watching it back. Everybody out there, I can't talk today, guys. I don't know what's going on. My words, they're eluding me. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want a short rail, hit up shortrail.com. Links in the description. Get you some sucker perimeter billiard lights. Use my discount code Amateur Pool, all uppercase, no spaces. I think that's about it, guys. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you even know, man. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.